most respected and beloved judges of the Supreme Court of India, Mr. Justice P. Salawasivam, Mr. Justice F.M. Ibrahim Khalifullah, and my brothers D. Murugesan, the Honorable Acting Chief Justice Rajesh Kumar Agrawal, brother and sister judges, on the dais and off the dais, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are shifted from good morning to good afternoon, good noon. Let me begin by thanking the organizers for giving me this opportunity of addressing this August gathering on this historic occasion. Centenary celebrations of any association is undoubtedly a moment to be cherished by everyone connected to the association in one way or other. The common saying is that behind every successful man there is a woman, but insofar as the legal profession is concerned, I strongly believe that behind every successful lawyer there is a well-equipped advocate clerk. It is everybody's knowledge that an advocate clerk is always the first guide for a new entrant into the profession. Most of the successful lawyers, as I have seen, treat the advocate clerks of their seniors as their first gurus, saying that they learned the clues of their drafting from the advocate clerks, because it is always a rare occasion for a junior advocate to share his ideas or experiences or clear the doubts with the seniors. Naturally, in the legal profession, one has to wait for his turn of gaining briefs and earning. Thus, when an advocate, after putting in long years of service, is gained by the momentum, a junior advocate cannot expect his senior to stand by him always and guide or tutor each and every word he represents before the court. That is how the junior advocates rely heavily on the advocate clerks. Since you, the advocate clerks, know well the day-to-day affairs of the legal profession, with your rich knowledge, you can see easily the tension of the advocate, and every time there is a competition between the advocates to get an experienced and equipped advocate clerks. However, like any other profession, there is a duplication in the standards and ethics in the legal profession, and we all connected to the justice delivery system should not allow even a least aberration being caused to the name and fame of the profession, judiciary being the last hope of millions of people of our country. Hoping that this association will always strive to maintain the high standards of the legal profession maintained by the Madras High Court, and once again thanking you all for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Senior Counsel Mr. T.R. Mani is not only an erudite lawyer, but a repository of knowledge. Sir, I request you to enlighten us with your experience.
Stage இருக்குல்ல ஸ்டேஜ் தேர்டில் ஸ்டேஜ் ஃபுல்லாக இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் இன்னும் இல்லை அப்படியே தள்ளிங்களா ஓகேண்ணா பாரு
Revered chief guests, respected special invitees, noblemen on and off the dais, my noble and learned friends of the bar, the President and members of the Advocates Clerks Association, and
ladies and gentlemen. It is my proud privilege to be here before you today to say a few words on this momentous occasion of the celebration of the completion of the 100th year centennial function of the Advocates Clerks Association. You have chosen today a Good Friday for the function. From the point of view of all religions in India, today is a Good Friday. Good Friday is the day, according to the Christian tradition, when Jesus Christ shed his blood and life for the elevation and prosperity of generations of believers to come. Today, according to the Hindu concept, is the Brahma Kalpati day, the day on which the universe was first created. We have spent 28 Chaturayugas by now. 72 Chaturayugas are yet to go, is our concept. Today is that Brahma Kalpati day. By star, today is Chitra and Swati, a day good for marriage according to Hindu custom. Friday is always a day of prayer for Mohammedans and other religious groups in India. We have therefore chosen a day of remembrance and worship for this function. That itself is a good augury, is my personal view. Now, I personally hold the view that the advocate's clerk is not a mere scribe or just a person who carries on level of work required of him just as an employee. You know, the advocate's clerk in the office of the advocate is like the registry to the High Court, because the expression clerk is wrong, sometimes understood as a person doing mere clerical work. But then we have that expression in English to mean a higher thing, namely the clerk of the Houses of Parliament is an officer who represents the speaker to communicate information to others, to the public. That is the expression clerk conveys to us. Likewise, you have the bench clerk, him for the involvement and dedication for the work he had. Likewise, my father's another clerk, Ramachandraya by name, he was 20 years elder to me. He used, we used to address each other in singular, vapo, like that. After I finished my BA Honours in Political Science and joined the Law College, I returned home during the September vacation. He was at the railway station to receive me. Then he started addressing me in plural, Sar Vangu. Till yesterday he was advising me Maniva. I was surprised and asked him, what is the change in your attitude today? He said, I am a lawyer's clerk, you are going to be an advocate. A clerk cannot address an advocate in singular. I remember that incident that happened in 1951 September. That is the dignity by which clerks held their... I had not yet become a lawyer. I was just in the first year in Law College, returned home after 3 months of study at the Law College. He thought, I am going to become a lawyer, therefore I will not address an advocate in singular. Till yesterday he was only calling me Mani Java. See, that is the attitude that clerks had and the respect they showed for their master, the advocates. That elevated the office, no doubt about it. Then, after finishing my law course, I joined the office of Sri K. Shankaraya, son-in-law and junior of Mr. T.R. Venkatram Shastri, as an apprentice at law. You know, in those days we had to complete a year as an apprentice. It was abolished for some time. Now it is part of the law course. Mr. Shankaraya told me, for the first 3 months, you will be with my clerk Ramachandran and try to learn court procedure. Then only come to me after 3 months of your collaboration with him. So for first full 90 days, I was with his clerk Ramachandran and learned the filing and other procedure. If I knew anything today about it, and if others consult me on that, I owe it as a debt to Ramachandran, who educated me about the filing procedure, returns, representation, getting papers numbered, then keeping the records, filing the application for obtaining copies and all that, and collaboration with the several levels of officers in the registry. All that I learned from him. So I still remember him, because if I have any place today at the bar, I owe it to him in the beginning, because he trained me to get to know how to deal with the office of the registry. I am grateful to him. Thereafter, after 3 months with him only, Mr. Shankaraya took him over for other discussions and help. Then, after 2 years, I joined the office of Mr. K.S. Ramamurthy, who later became Justice Ramamurthy. He had a clerk by name Kuppuswamy. I believe, if I remember right, he is the most popular among all clerks, advocates clerks in our court. I think many of you remember his name and the way in which he went about doing his work. Kuppuswamy. He was the most popular clerk. Thereafter, after being in the office of Mr. K.S. Ramamurthy, I had the privilege and advantage of assisting Mr. K. Rajaya. He had 2 clerks, Narayanaya and Kunjaram, whose son sang just now. Narayanaya had a great reputation of a good advocate's clerk. He kept the accounts of Rajaya, and there were about 15 juniors in his office. He looked after to their welfare and all their comforts he attended to. Likewise, Kunjaram went about meeting all lawyers, tried to help everyone whom he knew in filing cases and getting papers numbered. See, that is the level of advocates, clerks who I remember. It is my association with them that has helped me in my profession as well. I therefore take this opportunity of congratulating all the members of the association and all other lawyers, clerks assembled here. I wish you well, so that you will rededicate yourself to the dignity and importance of the job you are doing. As clerk is not a clerical thing, as I told you. You hold the office and conduct the office for the lawyer. If you know that dignity, it will elevate the lawyer and elevate yourself. Thank you very much.
I request you, sir, to address this gathering.
Honorable Judges of the Supreme Court, Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court, Honorable Acting Chief Justice, Senior Advocates on the dais, esteemed brother and sister judges, my old friends, advocate clerks. When I started my career, in fact, as Senior Advocate Mr. T.R. Mani said, my senior told me that you must learn procedure. And therefore, so far as the procedure as to filing various sections, it was an advocate clerk who trained me about the procedural aspects. When I was a student, in fact, it was my father's advocate's clerk who took me to the school. And I must honestly say, when I lost my mother recently, last year, it was my old advocate's clerks, in fact, who are with my family. An advocate clerk, I would suggest that the name advocate clerk should be changed to an assistant association, because he is actually an assistant both at home and in the office. I am happy that I could see my old friends, in fact, I have moved in the collaboration for giving me this opportunity. But when I was sitting with I was discussing with Mr. G. Maslamani, former Additional Solicitor General of India, currently the Additional Solicitor General of India, he mooted out a very important point that like in medicine and other organized sectors like civil engineering, etc., we have para staff. Say for instance, paramedical staff. All paramedical staff, they are given a sort of a training, institutional training is there. I don't know whether he's here, but I inducted him in the High Court. I put him in the High Court, he is now working in some other place. I do not know where he is working. There are senior advocates here, many of them. So I would only request you that you can generously contribute 10% of your fees to the maximum of 1,800 as provided, because this is a central government notification. I am saying that when it is obligatory on the part of the central government council to claim 10% clerkage and it is to be given to the clerks, I think every advocate can also do that. So this is my second request to the advocates in general. I have to close by 12:10. My time has already exceeded by 2 minutes. I thank you all the members of the Clerks Association who have organized this centenary program and given me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. The journey from Karaikudi to New Delhi via Chennai and Jammu and Kashmir has been very eventful for His Lordship Justice Ibrahim Khalifullah. Known for his compassion and patience, and with several landmark judgments, all of which reflects His Lordship's desire to enforce the rule of law. It gives us immense pleasure to have His Lordship distribute the insurance bonds to a few members of the association. P. Srinivasulu, Bhanumati, S. Anbalagan, Jayaseelan, J. Rajaguru, S. Manichettiar, R. Purushothaman, R. Seshadri, C. R. Harikrishnan, D. Venkatakrishnan, M. Ponnuswamy, R. Raghunathan, D. Mani, G. Christopher, A.K. Sadalasayana. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the people, the advocate clerks who have put in over 50 years of service. Please give them a big hand. All the clerks who have put in more than 50 years